Just days before the 12th anniversary of Glee star Cory Monteith's death, tragedy has struck his family once more. Cory's mother, and Marie McGregor, passed away peacefully on June 18 at the age of 74. According to her obituary, and succumbed to an illness that has not been publicly specified. The obituary fondly described Anne as someone who found joy in the simple pleasures of life, particularly in tending her garden and pursuing various creative activities on her property in Shirley, British Columbia. She shared her peaceful home with her pets, Cornelius, Harley, and a pair of love birds, who were a source of comfort and companionship. The notice also highlighted her inner strength, noting that Anne was a woman of resilient spirit, a trait that defined her throughout her life's journey. In addition to her beloved son Cory, Anne was predeceased by her parents, leaving behind her surviving son, Cory Monteith, who was Cory's older brother. Sean now carries forward the family's legacy after enduring the loss of his younger brother more than a decade ago and now both of his parents within just over a month. The heartbreak for the Monteith family has deepened because Anne's passing came so soon after the death of Cory's father, Joe Monteith. Joe died on May 12 at the age of 75 following a severe illness, marking another devastating chapter for a family that has faced significant tragedy over the years. Joe's obituary spoke warmly of his loving nature and optimistic outlook on life, qualities that his loved ones say will be dearly missed. He is survived by his second wife, Yvette Monteith, as well as Sean, his only living child from his marriage to Anne. Joe and Anne had ended their marriage back in 1989, long before Cory's rise to stardom. Their separation led to a strained relationship between Joe and Cory, with the two remaining mostly estranged for the majority of Cory's life. Despite this distance, both parents made public statements in the aftermath of Cory's unexpected death in 2013, reflecting on the pain of losing him so young. Cory Monteith's death sent shockwaves through the entertainment world when he passed away on July 13, 2013, at the age of 31. The official coroner's report revealed that his death resulted from a fatal combination of heroin and alcohol, which highlighted the darker side of his struggle with substance abuse. In the years since, Anne has spoken candidly about her son's battle with addiction, explaining that Cory often turned to drugs as an escape from the overwhelming pressures of fame. In a 2018 interview with People magazine, Anne described how Cory had never truly been ready for the demands and harsh realities of Hollywood. She said that using drugs was his way of stepping away from a world that he found too much to handle. She firmly believed that Cory never intended to die and that he still had so much he wanted to experience and achieve. And expressed her heartbreak that her son's life was cut short before he could fulfill dreams of having a family of his own. Cory was such a kind and genuine soul, she said at the time. The best years of his life were still ahead of him. He wanted to settle down, get married, and become a father. He would have been an incredible dad. He was ready to leave Hollywood behind and live a fuller, more peaceful life. Joe Monteith, for his part, also opened up about his sorrow after losing his son. In the same interview, Joe admitted that he wished Cory had understood the dangers of the substances he was using. Joe's grief was raw as he described the pain of outliving a child, especially under such tragic circumstances. "It tears me apart inside," Joe said, adding that no parent should ever have to bury their child because of addiction. Cory's death left a lasting mark not only on his family but also on his friends and colleagues from Glee. Lea Michele, Cory's on-screen co-star and off-screen partner, recently spoke about the profound impact his passing had on her personally and professionally. In a candid conversation on the Therapist with Jake Shane podcast last month, Lea reflected on how Cory's death shattered her world when she was just 26 years old. She described how, at such a young age, she found herself forced to navigate unimaginable grief while still under the glare of the public eye. "I was so young, and no one prepares you for something like that," Lea shared. "It was like an instant crash course in dealing with loss, fame, and everything in between, more than I could ever process at that time." Lea also noted that Cory's death fractured the Glee cast in ways that were difficult to fully grasp at the time. While she couldn't speak for everyone involved, she acknowledged that the loss had a profound and lasting impact on her and likely on many of her co-stars. "For me, it completely broke me," she confessed. Glee had premiered in May 2009 on Fox and quickly became a cultural phenomenon, known for its heartfelt stories and show-stopping musical performances. Cory's character, Finn Hudson, was a fan favorite, and his sudden absence left a void that the show struggled to fill. Despite the tragedy, the series continued for 2 more seasons after Cory's death, ultimately concluding in March 2015 after 121 episodes. One of the show's most memorable and emotional episodes, The Quarterback, served as a tribute to both Cory and his character Finn. This special aired in October 2013, just a few months after his death. Ryan Murphy, the creator of Glee, has since revealed that he could only bring himself to watch that tribute episode once, as it was simply too painful to revisit. Looking back, Murphy admitted that, in hindsight, he wished he had ended Glee entirely after Cory's passing. During an appearance on the And That's What You Really Missed podcast in 2022, Murphy reflected that the series probably should have taken a long hiatus, or even concluded altogether, instead of trying to continue on in the wake of such a devastating loss. "If I could go back, I would have just stopped right there," Murphy said. "You can't truly recover from something like that." With the deaths of both of Cory's parents now so close together, Cory Monteith faces the unimaginable task of saying goodbye to the last of his immediate family. Fans of Cory Monteith continue to remember the late actor not just for his talent and charm on screen but for the struggles he faced behind the scenes, struggles that his mother, and McGregor, worked hard to share with compassion and honesty in the hope that his story might help others. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more updates on celebrity deaths and news updates.